You are not visible now.
Yeah. Is it okay now?
No, you are not visible.
Wait for a second. Now, is
Yes,
it fine?
now. Yes, it's fine.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. So, how are you, ma'am?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you for asking. What about you?
Sam here, ma'am. So, ma'am, this is our first meeting. So, could you please introduce yourself so that my
Uh,
audience can know about yourself?
yes, my name is Saraswati and I am from Mumbai. And basically, I belong to Uttar Pradesh.
Mm.
And my education is I am BA BEd.
Yeah,
But nowadays, I am a homemaker. Yeah, that's all about me.
thank you, ma'am. So,
Yeah.
before we start, I
Will
also,
you please introduce yourself also, please?
yeah, thank you, ma'am. My name is Yashpal Singh and I belong to Jammu Kashmir, basically Jammu.
Mm-hmm.
So, I completed my Bachelor of Arts, then pursued Masters in Political Science.
Mm-hmm.
And currently, I'm thinking to join for PhD. But from a few days back, many people suggested me to start a YouTube channel just
Mm-hmm.
because they want to learn English. So basically, I have learned this language by staying in the village without any, tuition or coaching. So
Okay.
for this, I started my YouTube channel English with Yashpal.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to provide the basic content on my YouTube channel just from the very beginning, not these practice videos. But
Okay.
so, but after having a, I think little bit experience by providing my content, I came to the
Mhm.
conclusion that it is better to provide some practice videos as well, so that my audience get motivation as well as practice, so that they can also practice. So that's why I'm connecting to people to have a practice, so that other people who join to me can also learn from the conversation. So that's about Almia.
Yeah, that's good because only to learn grammar is not enough when we
Yeah.
will not use in our day-to-day life to for spoken purpose. So it is not helpful.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So basically, I have seen many talks that you have conducted with many people, but basically, I was not clear about your image. Yeah, in videos I have seen, but from the
Okay.
name, I could not draw the conclusion that whether it is your name or somebody else. So I just,
Okay.
messaged right now that whether you are available or not. So that's
Okay.
so.
Actually, I'm running my YouTube channel also.
Yeah,
There I also means upload English grammar as well as conversational videos.
yeah. So
Yeah.
how started your journey of learning this language? As you said, you are a homemaker, and are you passionate about this language from your childhood, or just started from few days back?
No, no.
Sorry.
Actually, I was very passionate to speak this language when I was in my 10th standard. But as I am from Uttar Pradesh and from Hindi medium school, so
Yes.
at that time there was not such an environment and
Mm.
even not facility of social media platform,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
mobile facility. So because
Basically,
of that, now as I am at home, so I thought that I should work on my communication skill. In this way, I can utilize my time as well as learn this language also.
yeah.
Yeah,
Basically, you want to be, most effective in the way because you are homemaker. At the same time, you want to improve this communication skill, right?
yeah.
So, do you have some dream like to join, after having this practice skills, enhanced, or just, improving in this language just to communicate with the people to learn about something?
Actually, this question's answer I have given many times in my videos with
Yeah,
different person. Just because I already left my job. I
yeah,
worked for 15 years in Mumbai.
yeah.
In COVID time, I left my job. So I'm not learning this language for job purpose. I
Mhm.
learn because it's my passion, it's my dream, and whatever knowledge I have, I just want to share with others. And
Mhm.
I have a daughter,
Mm.
and I also want to help
Yes,
her in study also. further study.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't you want to continue your job right now, or just left forever?
No, I just left for forever because of my daughter. I just want to spend time with her only and want to teach her.
Mhm. So
Yeah.
why it happened that only women used to sacrifice their life for their family? Why not for men?
Because women have more attached with their children rather than means a man.
Mhm.
Yes.
Is this
And I think from ancient time, it's our like in our culture that always women sacrifice
Mhm.
and not sacrifice. Even
Yeah,
I do not sacrifice my job. I just left my job and I do another job that is to take care of my family, to help my daughter in her study. So this is also a job for me. It's a
yeah, yeah.
duty, not job. It's duty.
Duty, yeah. And
Yeah,
there is a difference between duty and job. For job,
yeah,
you have very limited hours to work there.
yeah,
But for a duty, you are always ready for 24
yeah.
hours. And yeah, whenever you are called, you can perform your
Yes,
job. Yeah.
yes.
Then, you talked about right now that from ancient times, it is the woman only who, sacrifice. It is not a sacrifice, of course, but little bit we can say that in that sense, it is a sacrifice. So why not it is there for men? Like you have seen in the ancient scriptures that we can say that it is a Ibli practice. Even we practice in the ancient like sati pratha, but not men pratha. Men, did not did this, but women used to do. So why it is only with the women that they have some kind of practices from ancient time, not men?
Uh, because I think we live in society, man dominated society. Because of that, always women suffer. But I think in this generation,
Yes, ma'am.
and the scene has totally changed,
Mhm.
and women are taking part equally in every field, even our forces also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. From
Yeah.
very they are allowed to continue their permanent commission in the military. Otherwise, earlier they used to serve only for short commission.
Yes, and now they are educated equally, and means now we can say husband as well as wife, both are working, and according to their understanding,
Yes,
sometimes husband live at home, sometimes wife at home. If
yeah,
wife is more capable to earn money, so I also seen that such type of family where means lady go outside for working
yes, ma'am.
and man husband sit at home to take care of their children.
I hope there is a
Situation totally, and simultaneously situation is changing day by day.
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. I hope there is a provision for men, currently that they can leave for their children, like there is a provision for maternity leave, right?
Yes.
So, ma'am, what kind of society do you want? As you said that earlier, the society was man dominated. Do you want a society which is woman dominated? Or what kind of society do you want right now? What do you think?
Actually, there should be not I do not prefer like man dominated society or women dominated society. Both have the same understanding
Yes,
and
ma'am.
can run the society very well. If you
Yes.
have a misunderstanding, no, everyone is equal. Only
Yeah.
our body structure is different.
Yes, yes, ma'am. You know,
Yes.
said that earlier the ancient movement was patriarchy to maintain the superior status of the men, and currently you can see that there is a movement like feminism, and they only talk about the women rights, women freedom. They even suggested for I think single family to earlier as we join live in joint family, but right now they are talking about nuclear family. In nuclear family you are only two persons, so husband wife and their children only, not other person. So what
Mhm.
do you think the effect is if you have a nuclear family than joint family?
Both have their advantage and disadvantage. If you live in a joint family, so your children will learn culture, tradition, values of
Mm.
life
Yes, ma'am.
from their grandparents.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
you live in a nuclear family, so means you will not able to learn all these things in a proper way.
They get derived from all these kind of values that are
Yes,
not taught in, right?
yes.
So which one do you prefer? Nuclear or joint?
Actually, I prefer both because as I told you earlier, both have their advantage and disadvantage.
Yeah.
But most of the time, joint family is good because you will get more helping hands.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you suffer alone by your own self.
yes. Because in if you live in a joint family, so our children can learn more.
Yes,
They
ma'am.
will not feel alone
Yes, ma'am.
because most now means mm, couple have only one or two children, and if they have only one single child, so sometimes that child feel alone,
Yes,
loneliness. So I think at that time a joint family is helpful for them,
yes, ma'am.
for that type of family. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, you are a homemaker and housewife. You have this experience that you are witnessing these events in the social media and newspapers that many children are committing suicides just because they could not pass their exams, just because they could not secure few more marks and they committed suicide. So, what can be the cause behind this? Whether it is a peer pressure or students mind making or just it is pressure from their family. What do you think of?
It's a student mindset also, family pressure, as well as society pressure.
Yes, ma'am.
uh, because parents, I think most of the time parents are responsible because they have expectation for
Yes,
higher score, and they always compare their children with others.
yes, ma'am. So do high scores matter or just good education with wisdom matters? What do you think?
No, only high score is does not matter if you have no knowledge and
Yes,
you get scored good. So
yes,
I think that is not useful for your life.
ma'am.
Even you can get job also based on that,
Hmm.
but for life, you can't live a means happy life.
Satisfied life, right?
Yeah, you just live means robotic life.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So
Yes,
basically, as the Mahatma Gandhi said that education means overall development of a person,
yes,
intellectual, social, behavioral, and the factual as well. But it is a all-round development, not the one factor of the life. So
yes,
as many people who commit suicides or something like that, they consider that by losing few marks in the exam, by losing one job, they lost their life. But I think it is not a life; it is just a part of life. So what do you think
just
of
a
it?
part. Yes, it's a part of life, and they commit suicide because they are not strong from inner,
Yes,
and they
ma'am.
are not trained by their parents. So
Yeah.
marks doesn't matter. Yes, getting good marks is good thing, but
Yeah.
by chance, suppose if you are not get good marks or if you fail, are not able to crack any exam, so it means not that you are lose in your life.
Ma'am.
Yes. As you know,
Yeah.
very soon one movie released. That movie name is 12th Fail. So we can
Yes.
learn from that movie also.
Yes, it is drawn from Anurag Pathak's novel, that 12th Fail novel,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes,
So, we have examples like you can take an example of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He failed to join the army, but he, struggled again and then became the president of India. So I think he has also mentioned, gave a definition to the fail, first attempt in learning. So of course, if we adopt that kind of strategy, but I think it is not the only teacher's call. We should, invite to the parents as well in this journey because it is a, win-win situation for both teacher as well as parents and students. But if we club together, otherwise I think it is nuclear task for the teacher. What happens in the society is that we only ascribe something or ask for the teacher, you have to perform your duty, but parents don't, perform their duty as well. So who is, I think blameable? We should blame?
We should not blame anyone because first of all, as we when we are small as a child, so it's duty of parents, it's duty of means the school teachers, not to give only means bookish knowledge, and
So
all out development means uh, spiritually also,
yes,
spiritual also. If a child will become spiritual and he or she will strong from inside, so he or she will never uh, took such type of take such type of step for suicide.
but basically, there is a mindset of the parents. They consider that if a child becomes spiritual, maybe he would become Baba and left the family. But
No, 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 no. I'm not talking about to become Baba. I just want to tell you, we should means uh, make familiar with our with children. Means they have um, what is the parents' responsibility and school responsibility. Means we should also practice spirituality,
yeah, but
like
basically,
yoga, meditation, these types of activity, and little bit worship also, because this is the part of our life and
yes,
we
ma'am.
can't deny this.
But basically, because of that mindset, parents used to, prohibit their children don't read books like mythological books, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, and there are many books like Yoga Vashishta. The persons who reached higher climax of the spirituality, like Swami Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramahans, and Shankaracharya ji, and many more people in India. But basically, we prohibit as a parents to children don't get into deeper insight of their what they have done. So, what do you think? Whether we should associate these books, these kind of literature in their studies or not?
Yes, there should be books in their study, in their curriculum. These types of books should be there, because in this way they can means know about our mythology.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
Yes.
basically, have seen in Islam that they have only one book, that is the Quran, and they
Mm.
teach their children Quran, and to perform namaz 5 times a day. But we Hindus, in our culture, we never did such kind of acts with our children. We never ask them to perform even 2 times puja in the day, early in the morning and in evening. We never made a timetable for them to read some good books like Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, the Qurans, the Vedas, but we never did this. So what do you think what we should do?
I'm not talking about religion, because if you talk about religion, so this is totally different topic. According to me, religion means to practice religion. If you are pure from inside, if you are means avoid to do bad activities, so this is also a religion.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yeah.
I think this is written in all books, whether it is Quran, whether it is Bible, whether it is Gita. Everything is written the same, but their language could be different.
Language, and basically religion is nothing but it is based on culture. Basically,
Yes,
uh, religion started from Saudi Arabia, so the culture of Saudi Arabia is totally different from our own. And the religion that we perform as Hinduism, it is started in Indian subcontinent, so we have conditions say different. But basically, I'm
yes,
not talking religion, I'm talking about the way of behaving, the way of
yes.
responsibility that
We,
we perform.
way
For
of
them,
behaving, the way we are thinking, that is main thing.
yeah, basically, I'm not talking about religion. I'm just talking about in Islam, parents, used to give their children that you have to read this, you have to perform this. But we, as a parents, never do this with our children. And whenever I have witnessed this kinds of events, that whenever a child starts, reading this kind of books, parents used to prohibit him or her that don't do this, because they, have this kind of mindset that maybe one day he or she would become Baba, so would leave
No, no.
us. Yeah.
No, religion means, to practice, be honest, we can say, being with your, means, pure with your thoughts.
Yeah.
These types of activity we should teach our children from their childhood only.
Yes, ma'am.
Even
Yes.
you can meditation is also very helpful, and in our schools there should be one means class for meditation and yoga.
Yoga.
In this way, you can become strong from inside.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Basically,
Yes,
in today's web, we only used to think from outside because the world is becoming too materialistic. But I think it
yes,
should end as one. As Buddha have said that we should never go to either extreme, whether it is positive or negative. We just follow the middle path. But we are,
yes.
not focusing on that middle path and focusing on extreme of our life. So I think that extreme would, lead us into chaos, but not success.
If you are educated well, and if you have a higher education, you can get a good job on good post, but that means not you are happy from inside.
Yeah. No,
Yes,
status is not consistent with satisfaction because satisfaction is totally different from
yeah,
status. You have seen that many people who don't even have basic necessities of life, they are satisfied, and you have witnessed that many people who are at the climax of their status, but they still don't have a satisfied life. So it is not consistent; it is inconsistent, I think.
yes, correct, because um as you told, like people who is on very high post,
Yes, ma'am.
they have all things, but still they are searching for the next level,
Yes,
and they are not satisfied with what they have,
yes, ma'am.
and
Yeah.
because of that they are not happy in their life.
Yes, ma'am. And sometimes they
Yes.
use some ranks in their life. So before we wrap up this session, what are the points that you want to suggest for people as a parent, what they should do so that they would become, good parent as well as good member of the society, because you have this experience. So that's why I'm asking this question.
Okay, for good parents and for good society members, you should be very honest, and always means do your duty in a good way. And the same thing, if we teach our children, so the next generation will be like that.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
should always stop if someone is doing wrong thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
So,
even at
ma'am,
least we can stop our children to
yes,
do and indulge in the wrong activity. So
yes, ma'am.
in this way we can make a beautiful society
Yes, ma'am.
also. Yeah.
So I hope,
So
ma'am,
what is your opinion about this?
my
If I
opinion
ask
is
the same question to you, what will be your answer?
on the question that for being a good parent as well as good member of the society. My answer would be in one word: just focus on inclusivity. Don't be inclusive, exclude the things, because if you want to become a good member of the society, good person, then you need overall things. We can't focus on one thing. My way according to Buddha is middle path. Focus on the middle path, then you would lead a satisfied and happy life. Because I'm still living in village, you can think of, and I if you live in village, you don't have much resources, even light issue always there, water issue, basic necessities are not met in the village life. But still,
Mm-hmm.
happy want to leading a life the way I should. And I think many people in today's world are running after material things. That's fine. You need some money because you need to money to feed yourself, your family. You need a shelter and you need medicines to care your health. But without money, these things won't happen. But money is not each and everything. Money is just a part of life, and there are bigger things in your life that you focus upon. But due to this materialistic mindset, we are ignoring all these things and focusing on very limited things. And basically there is a rat race in the society to compete each and everything, to make somebody else lag behind yourself and to secure the position of this or her. So I think the only I quote I'm remembering is that the Vasudev Kutumbakam. We can survive only if we have this mindset there कि पूरा विश्व ही क्या एक परिवार है. So if we
Yes,
have this mindset, then we would live a very happy and satisfied life.
yes.
Yeah.
Actually,
So
I really enjoyed this session with you, and you
yeah.
raised very nice topic. I really enjoyed this session with you.
So thank you, ma'am, for having such a nice session. Basically, somebody has texted me that he I don't know, he or she, he wants to conduct a session with me, but suddenly, he messaged me that the light is off. So light is off here also, but I have to solar charge battery, so I'm managing with that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's why I text to you to have a conversation. So thank you for having such a nice session, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye bye, ma'am. Thank you.